Oh hey, didn't see you there. I'm not a comedian. If I had to call myself anything, it would probably be a filmmaker. Over the next 30 days, however, I plan to write and perform a 5-minute stand-up special in front of a live audience. Come check out the process. I've been writing jokes in my notes app for a few months. This, however, will be my official joke book, my Bible, my compass. Anything even remotely funny or resembling a complete comedic thought, it'll go on this book. So we're about a week into this comedy journey. Guess that's what we're gonna call it. Off to see one of my good friends, John, in Decatur. He doesn't know what I'm doing yet, so I'm gonna get his thoughts, his takes. He was actually one of the people that I guess inspired me to do this. He was one of those friends that just, always commented on how I was funny and stuff, so it'll just be interesting to get his thoughts on what I'm doing, and I don't know. We're gonna get the camera rolling and just see what happens. Speeding. Okay. I haven't prepped you on anything, have I?
No, you haven't.
Okay.
You haven't told me anything about what's happening, Max.
I am. John, do you think that I'm funny?
I think you're hilarious. Like, genuinely, like, real shit. I'm laughing now, but, like, yeah, no, I think you're, like, genuinely funny.
What do you think about me doing actual stand-up as opposed to being just like, I think I'm situationally funny. Like, I say funny stuff sometimes, but actually doing stand-up, what do you think about that?
I think you could definitely, like, take that situation funny and actually, like, plan it out, because we have, like, really funny shit that we do, and we just find ourselves in really funny situations. And I think if, like, you recount those situationally funny like situations, that you can make like a whole stand-up like routine out of it, for sure.
What advice would you have to give me as I'm doing this over the course of the month?
Don't be afraid to take risks, because this is new, this is brand new. I'm gonna assume that you've never done comedy before.
Nope.
Yeah, so like, don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid of your audience. Don't be afraid if no one laughs. Know that you're funny, like, if nothing else. Have that self-confidence in yourself that you're actually really funny. And yeah, no, just be confident. This sounds really cliche, I know, but like, just stay confident in yourself. Know that you're funny, even if like nobody else laughs. Know that you're probably gonna get a laugh out of us anyway. So,
thank you. Oh shit, I wasn't rolling.
Please say psych.
I'm fucking with you.
Okay, see, don't play with me like that, because that wasn't funny. How dare you? I've never had a joke of my own. I've always wanted one. This month, as I've been preparing for my performance, I also have been meditating on this. When I'm old, God willing, I want to be one of those old heads with jokes lined up for days. Jokes for my grandkids, jokes for the barbershop, jokes for strangers at bars. I've collected a couple great jokes from comedians over the years, and I tell them to my dad sometimes. Sharing this bit of comedy from time to time has become a just nice bonding moment that I have with him.
It's hard to wake up and see the same person all the fucking time. I know this works for women too. I mean, it's the same motherfucker all the time.
So I met up with my other homie, Joshin. Joshin is actually a comedian. He's been doing this for a couple years. And he also works in tech, doing something. I really don't know what he does, but it seems important. But yeah, we talked for a while. He gave me some good tips and advice. Yeah, solid cat. 10 out of 10.
One of the reasons I started doing comedy was to get good at the language. So as you know, I moved here from India, and I used to have a pretty like thick accent. So I was like, the best way to like get rid of my accent and like improve my English would be to do stand-up comedy. So it's been 3 years, and I've done about close to like 500 shows.
Wow.
So
Can you tell me about those first few times you did stand up? How was it? Was it nerve-wracking?
oh yeah, so just like trying to like picture it, right? My very first time when I like went on stage, like as a first time performer, like I like took a sheet of paper, and I was like so nervous, like my hands were shaking, and like while I was holding the page, like the audience could tell like this guy has the jitters. So I think the first few times were like very nervous, but I think what I learned like very quickly is like when you hear that like first clap or the first applause from the crowd, your nerves just like go away. So yeah, you're like, okay, like I got this, I'm in there. So you just have to like survive the first like, I don't know, like 5 seconds when you like land the joke and there's the applause. So
Are there like types of jokes? Because I know you can tell between comedians, like some have this style of joke, some have this style, some tell stories, some do like punchlines. Like, what are the different types, I guess?
I think so. Yeah, there's definitely types. Like people usually refer them to as like styles of like comedy. For example, like my own style is like analogy. So I like compare two things to then get the joke out. So like that, I would say that's my style. But like everyone does follow like the rule of like threes. So each joke is like 3 lines. So it should be funny, funnier, and funniest. Like you have to follow that order. But you can like expand it out to like a story, which like you'll do multiple jokes like leading up to like an event, or you can like do a callback. So I would say it's more like styles that people are categorized by, and like once you find like what works for you, people like stick to it. So
Okay. Tell me about a time that you bombed.
you know, there is a running joke in the industry like when you bomb a set, right, like every comedian drives back home with their volume off, like with their radio off. And that's like so true. Like it happens like every time, and no matter like how long have you been like doing a show, there'll just be like a time where you're not feeling it or the crowd is not on your side, that you will bomb. But one of the times I bombed was I did a show at like a basketball arena, and I would say there was like close to like 1,000 people in that like stadium. And that was my very first time under a spotlight where like I couldn't like see like the audience. So I couldn't like really like get any feedback, and I just bombed. Like the first few jokes did not land, and I then just like rushed through my set. And it felt like so like bad, like you really like question yourself. But again, as I said, like it happens to like every comedian. So yeah, I'm not immune to it yet. So
Given that, I mean, you have an extensive history doing this, which I didn't know about, which is like wild. What advice would you have for somebody like me that's literally never done this before, is like not the strongest performer and is doing stand-up for the first time?
I think it is very like very common advice, but I heard it from someone who's like way ahead of me, and they said that just have fun with it, because at the end of the day, it's like your own story. And you are just expressing it, right? And the best comedians are also the ones who are like the most like honest with everything. So my advice would be, 1, be honest, and then 2, yeah, just like have fun. Like, you know, you are like telling a story, you are telling your story. So have fun with it, and just don't ever like worry about like bombing or like how bad it'll go, because someone explained it to me like the night I bombed, right? it stuck with me for a long time. But then someone told me, like, imagine like yourself in that moment again, and now just like zoom yourself out like by 5 feet. And I'm like, okay, I'm still in the arena, I see myself. They're like, okay, now zoom yourself like 20 feet. And I'm like, I'm at the door. And then they were like, zoom out outside like another like 100 feet. Now I'm outside the arena. So they were like, whatever happened in there, right? Like, does it like really matter at a bigger scale? So never like be bothered by the stress that it'll go good or bad. Like, it'll go the way it'll go and it won't affect a whole lot, but like have fun doing it. So yeah, enjoy the process. That's my advice.
Josh actually gave me a good tip on a place I could perform. A place called the Laughing Skull in Midtown. I reached out to him and set up a time where I could come in and perform. They reached out in like 30 minutes. And I had my date. I'm nervous. Zoom it out. Popped over to Stone Mountain and talked to Karia. Karia is like one of the funniest people I know. He's one of my coworkers. We chopped it up for a little bit, asked for some advice, and honestly, we can't really stay that serious for that long. You'll see what I mean. So, I told you about my idea. What do you think about my idea of doing stand-up?
I think your idea is phenomenal. On my list of top 5 funniest, you are up there. I'm not just saying that, I'm so serious. I tell people all the time at work that you're literally so funny. Like, you don't even have to be. You just say stuff.
Do the Kevin Gates.
Which one?
Do you have any history like with stand-up comedy? Do you like stand-up comedy?
I do. I love stand-up comedy. I feel like it's one of my comforts, especially when I'm on Netflix, need something to watch. I always put on a stand-up show. Especially the Dave Chappelle show. I think that's very top. And like any comedy cartoons, like I consider the Boondocks one, like I think it's just great.
Do the snorkel.
What's the snorkel?
Do you have any advice for me?
Max, just be yourself, honestly. Like, if they don't love you, then they suck, okay? If they don't love you, they have no humor. But honestly, just be yourself, you know. I don't really know much. I guess you gotta, don't stick to the script, but you know, feel the vibes out when you're in there, you know? Stuff like that.
Okay. Can I tell you a joke?
Yes.
All right. Let's see if I remember it. Okay. Have you ever tried to date a banker?
No.
No.
They're gold diggers. You gotta show them. I didn't even tell you the joke. They're super shallow. You gotta give them money for them to show you any interest. You gotta show them money before they show you any interest. Huh? Huh? Huh?
Got the cameras. I'm done.
Y'all, these are real laughs. From me, by the way. He didn't even have to finish the joke. I'm already laughing. Like, that's the type of guy Max is.
It's a good sign.
Yeah, it is.
Any parting words?
Y'all, Max is funny. If you don't like him, then your humor box is literally no-go at all. It's not even good. So, y'all stay tuned. He's up to something. He's about to be the next big thing, my boy Maximilian. Oh! Especially with the name like Maximilian, like, he's great already. So, he's about to be great at this. Ooh, that was 8.
What else do they be doing?
Hey, look.
I'm a poet at heart, a filmmaker and editor by trade, and fairly serious according to my mother. Comedy has still always been this distant lover tugging at my heartstrings. I've never had a desire to be a great comedian, I just wanted to do it. I never enjoyed performing my poems at open mics much, to be honest. I've never enjoyed any form of public speaking much. But the parts I did enjoy were all funny. the bits of banter at the beginning before I read a poem, the humor I threw in when I addressed an audience at a film screening. Humor gave me access to my confidence in those moments. I knew I had people engaged when I could hear them chuckle. I knew I had the room. And from there I could continue on with whatever I intended to share. Humor has always been my way in public speaking and in life. It's how I made friends. It's how I navigated the workforce. It's how I kept myself going when life really wasn't that funny at all. The great writer Aldous Huxley said, "It's dark because you're trying too hard. Lightly, child, lightly. Learn to do everything lightly. Yes, feel lightly even though you're feeling deeply. Just lightly let things happen and lightly cope with them." In comedy, I can live lightly. Treat everything as lightly as I must to get by. And in that sense, it has saved me. I invited some friends, my parents, and my girlfriend. I put on my favorite shoes, my best fitting jeans, and debated the entire car ride there whether or not to wear a hat because my hair wasn't cut. I decided not to, after all.
Give it up for Max Lloyd!
How's everybody doing tonight? Did you know in November of last year, the U.S. Mint discontinued production of the penny? Did you know, yes or no? Yes. Why? Because it cost them about 3 cents to make a penny, which means they were losing 2 cents every time they made a penny. So now, all of the pennies that are in circulation right now, that's all the pennies that are gonna be for the foreseeable future. Why do you care, Max? You probably don't. I do, and I'm gonna tell you why. I was at the McDonald's drive-thru, right? I pull up, I give my order. So let's say the total comes up to about $5.23. I pull up with cash money because life is going good. 5 singles and a quarter. Pull up to the drive-thru window, trying to hand this man my cash. I messed up his whole day. I'm so sorry. We don't have enough change. We don't have any pennies. I'm like, bro, don't worry about it. It's not that serious. Because if it is that serious, I have bigger problems at stake. If 2 cents is gonna break me, I don't need to be in anybody's drive-thru. I need to be on my way to work, or I need to be leaving work on my way to my next job. You dig what I'm saying? But again, that's me. Not everybody is me. What if I really needed that 2 cent, right? What if, and this is out there. What if I had a pet worm that I had to feed, and I needed 2 cents, 2 cents worth of food to feed this pet worm? You know, women are always saying, baby, would you love me if I was a worm? And you go, yes, babe. Now would you cut the light off? I'm trying to get some sleep. You're telling me the only thing stopping me from feeding my baby is the negligence of the U.S. Mint and the negligence of one of the biggest fast food corporations in the foreseeable universe? I call BS. Change is important, which is why if I pull up to the register and I'm ringing out, and you ask me if I want to round up to the nearest dollar, for whatever reason, I don't care if it's children's research, the Society of Starving and Stupid Dogs and Cats, I don't care. I didn't come here for that. I came here for some deodorant and a pack of gum. Why are you trying to turn this $7.05 purchase into a potentially $8, potentially $9, potentially $10 purchase? Them children will be okay. Them dogs will be okay. I'm about to be musty tomorrow if I don't make this purchase. And you are standing in the way of that. I'm not the most political person in the world, but bring back pennies, fuck ICE, and stop asking me for my loose change. Thank you very much.
So that went pretty well. It would really well. It would really well. It just did. I would like to say it was hard. It kind of wasn't. Grateful for everybody that showed up. I got this shirt. New favorite shirt. It went really well. I am. Yeah. Shoot. End of documentary, I guess. Appreciate you for tuning in. But yeah, that went freaking well, man. That freaking big dog.